Why should everyone use the wood line during energetic spring, even if they don't have the wood skin conditions? Wood is one of the 5 aspects of vital energy and is fundamental to the optimal function of the other 4. In addition to the 5 seasons, elements, basic emotions, and skin conditions, the body is a host of 5 major fluids, 4 of which are clearly matter: red blood, fire; lymph, earth; blue blood, metal; and water for water. The other fluid of the wood element is simply energy, vital energy. You could say it's the energy of the energy because without wood energy, nothing else happens. This is why the wood treatment is always the first one we do in any series of treatments. The initiating energy of wood must be balanced before we go on to balancing the other 4 fluids. By stimulating vital energy flow, we give energy and nourishment to the cells to help keep skin radiant and full of vitality. Our wood vital energy must be kept in balance since it fundamentally supports the other 4 energies. An energetic deficiency left untreated for any length of time invites others, and problems will then accumulate exponentially. This is why everyone can and should benefit from any products of the wood line now during energetic spring. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tanyad.tv/Fido-5 or email info@tanyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being.
With that, it's a fantastic Friday, inshallah, and ashe. As always, blessings to you, you 300 plus energetic beings. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. So we are taking our intentions out to the cosmic stage, taking life by the stage, I guess, taking life into our own hands, establishing our own leadership abilities and roles, being our own role model. And as a reflector, I'm a role model hermit, so I kind of do like to go into my little hermit mode. But go ahead and turn on the notification bell. Hit the white rabbit right now. It's the only way that I can ensure that you help me with this algorithm in giving us our nutritional quotient, the one that we deserve, along with our value quotient, by the way. But while we're waiting for people to hop on, tune into the live, listen to the replay, tune in the afternoon or whatever timeline that you're on. Being our own role model leads to our own self-empowerment. Are you leading through the heart? And by commanding in a way or committing to actually making choices that are in our highest and greatest good, whether it's a degenerative force or a generative force. Different topsy-turvets happening there, but the universe is always working in our favor or our flavor. And our heart's the core of who we are, along with our intuitive gifts, psychic abilities. They're unique, they're individual, our own unique individual sounding board, echoing a sound for our highest good in the path or the decisions that we take. So take a breath, no rush. I'm musing in a little late today. Take a pause. I myself am really in a pause point, deciding on or committing for myself for change, not the outer world, placing the change upon me as to what I open up to and what I intuitively sense, aligning in this choreography. So tuning out the cosmic debris, the static of our intuitive channel, and really tuning into our hearing sister, our throat, our prime directive, our personal gift, and our purpose. So we do have the root center online, diving into our pre-birth arrival. We can go into this space every year in the season of Aries, by the way. The root center is this activated center while we're in the womb, and it moves into the sacral, activating around 6 months to a year, all depending on our choreography. So if you're in a quandary about manifesting, go to the root center. Do you need an elemental cosmic boost? We have useful or unlucky elements, but we also have the crown online by divine design, our inner spiritual gifts, our intuitive and psychic abilities, all channeling through the root center, getting activated to manifest and highlighting. We also have the ability to command our energetic center in our hands, the ability to command forces, degenerative or generative. There's a whole step in there. So watch out sometimes for what you wish for, by the way. So kind of taking a breath, be in the pause, the inhale and the exhale, really taking it all in and being in the center of the center, knowing heartfelt that you are ready, you are willing, you are able to commit to a new path, a new direction, a new plan of action, even a character upgrade, maybe a new behavior, or maybe you're recalibrating an old behavior that you've kept in the closet or the womb. Maybe you're coming out. Maybe you're being embodied in your skin. This might orchestrate a commitment not just to yourself, but also to other people out in society, organizations, out into the outside world, outside of you, your environment. It may also be a plan for your future life. What does that look like? That you really committed to for yourself. You decided upon it, and you're able to really commit to that inner authority now. So during this energy, kind of sense into and feel into what your heart absolutely loves, those higher octaves of divine love, the feelings of authenticity, the sound of love in that vibration. You may just channel, literally, a hyper octave, new, otherworldly feeling. Feels a little blissful to me, like universal bliss. But the key is always, of all the things, love. If you feel the love, you sense the love, your mind is on board saying, oh my God, I love this, then your heart is absolutely online as well. And the universe is always working in our favor. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design, a role model hermit reflector by design. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography of them all. And my intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies, the elemental realms, the imaginal realms, our original divine blueprint, navigating our soul's harmonic through all these realms and so much more. Dimensions, portals, gateways, the other world, the unseen, the cosmos, with offerings, prescriptions, and ritual. Divinely given prescriptions, usually, the otherworldly kind, to really add to your main stage container, the juice, the origin, your soul's origin. Rituals are the origin. They really are food for our soul. Our personal medicine, our prime directive, our gift and purpose. We all have these. And when we open this door, our light shines. It actually oozes so much brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet, of course, to subscribe to my channel, please do, YouTube or otherwise. Musing with Tanya D, my podcast, some great interviews happening this season of the witches. And of course, you're probably watching me on YouTube, Tanya D. So the season of Aries, this is committing to a new faith of who we are, taking ourselves out onto the stage of life. But before we go any further, of course, I got to give a shout out to the village, my tribe, excelling and growing, new peeps entering a community. That's really what this is, new subscribers. I like to give a validation, a voice of recognition and acknowledgement that I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I sent you. New friends and guests, welcome to my show. And also, of course, those that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. It really does take a village, a tribe, a community. I think we got to get back into community. So gratitude and blessings to you and for you. Thanks for tuning in and joining. And also, if you tune into the replay later, I do see that. And just remember a comment if you do feel you need a message for your day or the weekend. I do have both today. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward. You can also find me on TikTok. But just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer. We all have these gifts and abilities. But sometimes we have an energetic hiccup and we need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, to see things from a otherworldly perspective, to get us out of our own magical way so our light shines brighter. In the Daily Snippet, what's this all about? Well, it's the cosmic insights, the planets, the elementals of the planets within the planetary realm. And by design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon. The moon through not just the gates, but also the seasons. It's got different flavors happening there. And today we have our root center, obviously online, through the entire season of Aries. So this is feeling the physicality, our physical empathy, safety, security. It's actually our pain body, kinesthetic gifts. The elementals, the four pillars. I generally do a mystery guest on Sunday, but this Sunday's Easter, so we're just going to wash that to the sideways this weekend. I'm doing egg rolls for Easter. Anybody like egg rolls? Yes, believe it or not, I do know how to cook. Subtle energies. I love our energetic fields. I've been cleansing my auric fields for over a month now, every day, just cleaning out. But we do have the root center, the heart, the crown, along with our ability to be our own boss. Power versus force. The command center. A lot of Reiki healers command energies in their hands. This is an amazing energetic center. Along with our channels and pathways, sometimes I bring those in. And again, the auric fields. But we are kicking off this energy of the full moon, the faith of who we are, into our choreography of being responsible, taking in our prime directive, being a leader. So you may feel a strong sense of being ready, willing, just responsible, being your own badass boss, taking care of yourself, taking ownership of yourself, taking your power into and out into the world. But also be careful. Be aware to not be so overpressured to perform on the stage. It really is taking a breath and a pause before you really initiate the action of a decision or a commitment. I myself am going through this, and we do have more time. We always have more time than we think. Time is fluid. So it's an energy awareness of knowing that we do have a moment. We've got a pause. We've got a breath to be in the zone of neutrality, to commit in our heart what action plan to take moving forward. Taking it out into the world at large, the winds of change, the waters of clarity. It may be a chess move, literally moving, like packing up and moving, or maybe just a new door, a new directions opening, a new adventure, a new journey. Whatever that may be for each and every one of us, the decision, it's either one where we're escalating and upgrading, heart-induced, from where we have already been, or we're leaving what no longer serving us, or what we've been doing, myself, or even an entirely new direction, a new pathway altogether in this choreography. So it's a doorway that's been opening over the past week or so. I would say it actually started with the new moon in Aries into the full moon and then escalating. New imagery, self-image, character, a new behavior, hell, even a new platform, I don't know, just something new that we have been developing over the past. Again, I'm going back to the new moon. So how did this transpire? So we have been navigating our root center to travel to places, crevices of treating ourselves better than ever before. I really am sensing it's the karma. Are you living out your karma, somebody else's karma? It's time to move into the dharma. So have you noticed that you are treating yourself better than ever before? Cleansing the village. Maybe you're upcycling friends, or you're not allowing the friends that haven't been treating you so great into your village, your quadrant. Have you let go of something that's been a dark cloud hanging over you? Were you living life for the other instead of for yourself? So all of this is an organic blooming. It's a budding in the spring. It's like what's budding under the snow in my case. An outside behavior, an outside response, kind of being aware, different plans of action. And again, the universe is working in our favor. The foundation, the root center, whatever your plan of action is, should be based upon this higher treatment of ourselves, how we treat ourselves, a higher image, a higher way we stand, a behavior, a character, or how we, our self-esteem even. It's time to maybe contemplate a new admiration for ourselves, admiring ourselves, seeing ourselves with a new way, a new characteristic specific to our own design. Love of self treats higher self love, if that makes sense. Holding the tone of loving ourselves in our choreography. Maybe asking yourself that throughout the day. Am I acting on behalf of the love that I do have for myself? That's just an idea in the choreography. So just a few announcements. We do have the root center online, but I do have the season of the witches. Oops, got ahead of myself. Yeah, that's an energetic face chart. The modality of letting the mind go with Marissa Nicole. The Season of the Witches, my Musing with Tanya D podcast. She's my new artist this week. Great interview. Be sure to tune in to this podcast, this episode. You can tune in on Apple, Spotify, or just go to my website, tanyad.tv/podcast. And again, I'm not doing a mystery guest this Sunday, but I do them traditionally in a private community. The 4 pillars really map out a divine design elementally that we can all bring in different elements to really useful elements or lucky ones. You can kind of transverse those highways, if you will. And I am still working on The Witcher's Way to Manifestation. It's going to be fantastic. Just saying that out loud. Of course, everything's fantastic this year. And we all organically manifest differently. We all law of attract differently. Again, brings me back to the elementals. We are all our unique layering, a building, a foundation. And usually it goes to energetic boundaries first. And then I like to fill into each of the energetic centers. And I also do offer cowrie shell divinations and other one-on-one soul support sessions if you're feeling called to work with me on that level. But on the elemental highway today, what do we have? Scroll, scroll, scroll. There we've got it. A Yin Wood Goat of a day, the greatest of all time. I love the goats. It's Yin Wood in storage. The hour of the pig, we're going to have a nature trine. The hour of the tiger, we're going to have a nature eastern direction or wealth. And if you do have these characters in your 4 pillars, they do get activated. It's just who's kind of coming into the play in the game. So our day, Yin Wood is friends for a day. So I'm kind of looking at the 4 pillars of the person. But if I was looking, I would say we're getting activated. The eastern direction is going to be activated today. Yin Wood, again, is like a vine, and the more you prune it, the more it grows. Not so much out of control. We do need to, it's kind of like forging it into a shape, I guess. And we also have Yin Wood in storage in the goat and hidden in the dragon, and also in the year. So we are rooted into this energy. So it's like friends are coming out in abundance, support. Yin water is also in storage. So yeah, in Yin Wood energy, that's an energy that makes things happen. It accommodates, it assists us in reaching the goal, the outcome. And the goat is wealth earned. It's working wealth. It's fighting for it. It's probably a mate whose parents maybe don't like us. If you know what I'm talking about. They make you feel like you are never enough. That's kind of the thought there. Because in the day, the animal below is the spouse, the relationship, the mate, I guess is what I'd call that. And fire. Fire is a source of fame. So Yin Wood is friends. There's not competitors. And Yang fire is the sun. And again, the sun shines everywhere, shining upon our day. All the things. There's nothing to be hidden, nothing in the shadows. And the earth. The earth in the dragon is actually moist earth. So our vines are flourishing. The Yin Wood is a flourishing vine. It's growing. Where the goat is more dry earth. It's at the end of the fire season. So wood is I mean, I know it's a trine, but I would say it's more harvesting a little bit. Not real bad. It's kind of topsy-turvy. It's at the end of summer. But the sun, the young fire, is creativity. It's beaming, it's growing our day. And light is really shining upon us. I don't know if you can feel my excitement, but the dragon is wealth that we create from reaching our goals. It's like the goal gets attained. And the yin water is a mentor, a parent, a teacher, that kind of frequency. It needs support. So the energy is one that is controlling the resources. So it's peace as well. Water is peace. It's clarity. It's movement. And the rabbit is also a friend again. We do need metal, the element of making decisions, being a leader, an authority, trimming the vines. It's the missing link again. Stones, the wisdom of our bones, a genie, being a conduit, a voice. But our day is rooted, so we do have assistance, but we do need metal. Absolutely. And for the messages of our day, so this is for today. I love it. The Knight of Wands, and then I do have a message for a weekend. But the Knight of Wands, what I love about this message, this card, is that we've had 2 knights this week. So that's action energy, and the wands are fire, but also look at her. Traditionally, knights are men, but we have this fiery woman with her drum and a horse in the background. Literally reminds me of myself. I grew up with horses. I got a drum. I have red hair, all the things. But fire, this is charisma. It's passion. It's spontaneity. It's pursuing our dreams with fever in a way, like excitement. It's quick. It's fast energy. It's enthusiastic. It's the courage of metal and taking this inspired, inspirited action, even the pursuit of adventure, a journey. So really asking ourselves, what have you authentically been dreaming about? Really. So the Knight of Wands is galloping out of our day, sending us messages of adventure. It's fire, of being impulsive, of going on the pursuit of whatever that dream is, being brave, being courageous, the things that inspire us the most, heartfelt desires, passions in a project, maybe something you've been tinkering around with, possibly a drum circle, maybe you wanted to go to a drum circle. What does that feel like? What does that sound like? Maybe you just want to play your own drum, beat your own heart. So just allowing the gift of spontaneity, the element of surprise in my case, for our choices, and gifting ourselves the freedom to shift our reality to really tune in and match the same frequency of our heart's desires. That is totally fantastic, perfectly okay, honestly, to crave new things, to run wild with the wind. So when we are feeling charged up about something, an idea, I would say go with it and love it. Wood energy is also ideas and visions, right? So really allowing this high-spirited energy. It reminds me of American Pharaoh, allowing that horse freedom to rush in and just be like wildfire. It's a positive momentum. So sometimes, you know, in the pursuit of the imagination, just know that we manifest the fire. It's this infectious inspiration kind of feeling. So making our passions work for us, and maybe you got to blow the flames a little bit or fan them with your feathers. I don't know, because the winds are like, whoosh, they're sliding in, moving us towards our success. I'll take that. And our next card for the weekend, you cannot make this up. I'm super stoked about this one as well. The world, but I just want to real quick, we've got the sacred geometry. So this is about getting organized about it. I use those in my cowrie shells. That's why I brought the organization. There's some sophistication in the world. But we do have, for the weekend, the world, the 21. So this is when things really start getting juicy. The sun and the moon doing the dance with Jupiter. So what does our heart love and what does our soul feel about it? And when these two come together, love and feelings, we're able to heartfelt believe it. What else is curious is the moon is in Scorpio right now. And Scorpio just is going to be connecting with Pluto, squaring Pluto. So this is just like opening a new choreography into our foundation of maybe some sacred boundaries within ourselves. Maybe we're ready to take action on what our heart loves. Kind of muse about that for the weekend. Plus, it's Easter Sunday weekends, right? So hopefully we're with our families, friends, doing the community thing, creating our own village. But this is cosmic bliss. It's a completion of something. Maybe we've achieved something. Maybe there's some happy endings, a celebration. Maybe there's abundant success. Maybe there's a new door opening to a different level of consciousness, awakening. Maybe it's literally just traveling the world in the physical. But this is really completion. The world brings one of the most positive, abundant messages ever in the tarot. So I think we need to celebrate. I think we need to pat ourselves on the back, just recognizing how far we have come, not just since the beginning of the year, but really since the beginning of that new moon. And knowing that a project, maybe a large project or a period in our life, is coming to a successful conclusion, a beautiful ending. It's time to reveal like the sweetness, the afterglow. What does that feel like? Feeling into the sensations of success. So if you're feeling as if you're not quite there yet, really take this message as a sign that your journey is moving forward. It's aligned with the path of where you're meant to be, consciously stepping into the world's energy of ascension, welcoming a beautiful shift as our inner spiritual landscape merges with our outer reality. Spirit to matter, just knowing that as we reach the stage of fruition, remaining focused on the outcome, there's no need to kind of slacken our resolve. You know, maybe get a glimpsing into the magic, the stardust, if you will, at the end of this long journey. Like whatever you're going through, it has served its purpose and you're getting moved forward to where you're meant to be, because it's time to really follow through. It's kind of like the final steps in completing a cycle, which is so great for the weekend, and accepting the gift, the message of completion, and just knowing that we can send ourselves into new levels of awareness, knowing that we are whole, we are in wholeness, knowing that we are love. I am love, and so are you. Even if this was otherworldly, the world is always a magical, positive, insightful message of. It just reminds me of the Singers of the Realm, actually. It signals bliss, universal bliss, happiness, endings, just oodles of goodies and positive, juicy energy, knowing it's on the way. So today I would affirm that my heart and my spirit are leading me like we're being led by our heart. And you are in your own control. Forces of adversity, maybe they're transforming all the world's a stage to be your own congruency, your own authenticity, being your own inner authority, leading with your heart. But don't make any decisions really unless your heart really is aligned with it. Don't just sign the dotted line without having that heart conversation about the outcome that might come into fruition. But again, remember, all the world's a stage and the universe works in our favor. So with that, I say ashe, blessings. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, so I build upon just the being and the being, the awareness of it, and it really is being present in the moment. And I've heard it a million times, but it took a while for that to really sink in. I live in an apartment right now. When I walk down to my car, I don't know how many times I've walked down there and I haven't heard a bird chirp and I haven't heard the sounds of traffic or whatever. You're on your phone, you're thinking about what you got to do, you're running late, you're whatever, you're preoccupied, you're in your mind. But being present, whoa, oh, there's a whole world going out around me and I am aware of it and I am. And because I am aware. And then because I'm aware, that world is going on around me. And building on that, it's just